it's time for us to go pro now. So I want all the behind the scenes. I want the secrets to making my dishes look as good as they would look if I were a chef. It's all about the plating techniques.
Well, I think the thing is, you know, in the past it was a little bit over the top, and I think nowadays we've gone with a very organic, natural way.
Yes.
But there's a process to make things look that way.
Okay.
You know, and I always say if you're doing a really special dinner party, plate the food for your guests. Don't just stick it in the middle of the table. So some things, little tips that we can do to make our food look wow.
Okay.
One is these Silpat Mats. We all use them for baking cookies and they don't burn, but you can cut shapes out of them. I've taken a little bit of butternut squash puree, spread it over top, and then I just cut little grooves out of this one. And you end up with kind of a cool little shape like that, you know. And then you just kind of wipe up the rim a little bit like that. But this one is what I'm going to use today because it gives me a nice base for what I want to do.
That is so cool.
Purees are awesome. I mean, you can put them on the plate and do a little swoosh. You know, you've got the whole little line thing. You know, there's lots of ways you can add character to your plate. In this case, though, I'm using this as my ground. Then the other thing is piping bags.
Right.
You know, piping bags are fantastic for creating shapes, but in the old days, you know, you did your little rosettes and whatever, you know. But I think, again, things are simple now. So people like to just kind of almost do just little, oops, it's not going to come off, little dots.
And that could be your potato, right? Like you have to think about what you're actually serving.
I've got goat cheese here, but you could do, of course he's not going to work with me now.
Firm today.
Yeah.
There we go. But you just want to do little dots on there.
Yeah.
And what that does is it just gives character, and you're going to see why in a second.
But it needs to be flavors that actually work with the dish you're creating, right?
Yeah, goat cheese, mashed potato, whatever, and flavor your mashed potato. But we can take a little blowtorch here and just kind of
going on?
You know, brulee those up a little bit, give them a little char.
There we go.
You know, and you can get a little toastiness on the plate as well, right?
Nice.
Which is always fun.
Okay.
But then the other thing is, we're building this little design, mini vegetables. I've got little mini peppers here that I've stuffed. And they just add cool character, but again, they look very organic.
Wow.
So it's just and this is a sweet pepper, not a hot pepper.
Nice.
But you just add that into there like that, stuff it with the other half of the pepper, chop it down, roast it, fry it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Cool little character going on, right?
That's beautiful. Even how you've put it on the plate, like it's a little asymmetrical, it's
Well,
off on
this
the
is
side.
my base. This is kind of keeping me controlled, because otherwise I'll get carried away and put it all over the plate, right?
Right.
This is called
Keep it
negative
contained.
space.
Yes, it is.
That's what it's
you
called.
artiste, you.
White plate, pop,
Amazing.
shine, exciting, you know? Color, we want color on the plate. So this is a herb oil. Just taking herbs, infused it with oil, but you can just add a little bit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break out a little bit.
Nice.
See that? All of a sudden things start to pop out a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
This dish is starting to look really expensive.
No, right?
Exactly. This is when your guests get a bill.
And you know what? Just order a pizza and throw a pizza down on that. Just throw a slice of pizza on that. And we'll be like, oh my gosh.
Now foam was the big trendy thing. But
How do you make the foam?
so here's the thing. I put the recipe on the website.
$5
You can buy two chemicals. One's Versa Whip and one's Xanthan Gum.
Okay.
I know, but it's on the website.
Yes.
But you literally, I made a celery puree.
Yeah.
Just mixed it with that and basically whipped it, and that's it.
Okay.
And then
that's how you can make your own
let's put a
foam.
beef Wellington on here.
Yeah, keep it nice.
Yeah, let's do that.
So let's put. Look at that little baby there. Look at that beautiful. And then
Now
fire
what
it
are
up.
we doing?
You bring your weed.
You buy a toy
It's a science experiment now.
like this.
Yeah.
Like smoke and steam and
Hello.
hocus pocus.
So you bring that to the table. The guests are going, "What am I having for dinner?" And then you get to reveal this beautiful beef Wellington.
Dinner